don't know which minister is answering this, in relation to the wool industry, Irish wool industry, and an initiative that's farmer-led and that will be crucial lifeline for the rural areas. And specifically then my question is in relation to the status of an application, and I've given the details to the European Innovation Partnership under Call 6. When funding announcements will be made, and if you could give any further details.
Thank you, Deputy Minister.
Can I thank Deputy Connolly for raising this important point. Look, European Innovation Partnership projects, or EIPs, are locally led innovative projects developed by operational groups acting collaboratively for a common goal. They're a fantastic vehicle, one I used previously in my role as Minister of State, that we use across a range of different measures within the Department of Agriculture. EIPs are a really important funding model in bringing together innovation actors, including farmers, advisors, researchers, businesses and NGOs, to work together to address local challenges through innovative solutions that can more easily be put into practice on farms. The EU, together with my department, co-funds EIP projects as part of the CAP Strategic Plan 2023 to 27. Under the CSP, an open call for proposals for European Innovation Partnership projects on the overall theme of environmental sustainability was launched on the 5th of November 2024 with an associated budget of €17.5 million. This was an extremely important EIP call, seeking solutions for sustainable agriculture, soil health, horticulture and organics, as well as for the circular and bioeconomy. I was delighted with the response rate, with 96 applications received as part of Phase 1 process. Of this total, 27 applicants were selected to submit a more detailed project proposal under Phase 2 of the competition, which closed on the 24th of February 2025. These detailed project proposals will be evaluated in April of this month by an expert evaluation committee comprised of internal and external experts. I look forward to announcing the successful projects under the EIP Environmental Sustainability Call once the work of the expert committee has been concluded. As the evaluation process is still ongoing, I'm not in a position to comment on any particular application at this moment.
Thank you, Minister. Deputy.
Thanks, Minister. I'm following up this now for a number of years, and we got the report from the Agile Executive in relation to the possibilities for wool. And like seaweed, I think it's an area that we've utterly neglected and has huge potential for growth for indigenous industries. And so we've been told by the report that wool has a unique composition that makes it applicable to many markets, including horticulture, packaging, insulation, textiles, cosmetics, filled products and composites, and many, many more. And so here's an initiative that comes from the farmers. It's benefit to the local community. So I'm asking specifically what has happened in relation to that application. Is it one of the ones that has been selected, the 27 that you mentioned, or not? If not, where are they going to go in relation to that? This is a fantastic initiative that's building up on the possibilities for wool. So it needs help at some stage. So where are we in relation to that application?
Thanks,
is it one of
Minister
that has been selected?
So you will understand I'm a step removed from the evaluation process. So I don't know is the straight answer to your question. I don't have that information to hand. The group will know, because if they were in Phase 2, they would have had to submit that. And I'm happy to talk to you further about that, but for very good reasons. I am a step removed from that evaluation process. It's done on objective criteria, and that the phase-in EIPs are hugely in demand. That €17.5 million is greatly demanded, so therefore it is a high bar to reach. And that Phase 2 process is my officials working with the projects to see how they can harness and develop the projects that those that are finally selected and get the allocation of money will get the best return for. Because EIPs are by their nature, and I'll come back in the supplementary to the wool point you make in general, but EIPs by their nature are designed to be locally led ideas that we learn from, that we model, that we pilot, and then we can take the examples and the best learnings from them and extrapolate that out and possibly include it in the next CAP on a national basis. And that's the real strength of the EIPs. And I'll come back to the wool point in my supplementary.
I understand the restriction on you in relation to the evaluation process. I do understand that. But if you could just clarify the dates again for me, because I just missed them in the delivery. And then generally in relation to wool, I'm very concerned that we're making such slow progress. It took us years to get the report that was commissioned. 100,000 was set aside, 70,000 the report cost, and then 30,000 went into the establishment of the Wool Council. the best of luck to the Wool Council, but the department has completely pulled back from that. And I'm a little concerned that I can't see minutes anywhere. There's no minutes up. I've asked repeatedly about that. Now, I'll be the first to support an open and accountable Wool Council that drives the wool industry so that wool is no longer used as a waste product. That's what we're classifying wool as. Now, I know on a scientific basis there might be reasons for that, but can you imagine with all those possibilities that we're classifying wool as a waste product? I think the department and the government should be hands-on approach to this with the possibilities, particularly given the urgency of diversifying our economy. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Programme for Government Deputy highlights the importance of the wool sector and how we want to help develop further opportunities out of wool, and also examining the possibility of a scouring plant, which we don't have in Ireland, which is an impediment to its further development. I remember a time where, you know, the shearing of the sheep and the collection of the wool was a really valuable part of a sheep farmer's activity, and that check was a very important part of that overall activity. Not only is it categorised as waste, admitted, in terms of the economic return, it's not seen to have the value for the work and the strain, and it is very physical work to have to go and shear and collect that wool. So that is something we want to see change, but also in the context of adding value to the commodity of lamb and the sheep, and to creating that extra income stream for farmers, but also the fact that wool in itself, by its nature, it's the circular nature of our food production system, in that it has so many great benefits, from insulation, many that haven't been considered in the past. So I very much want to work with the sector to see that developed.
Thank you. You
Sorry,
missed the dates.
So the dates again are, it closed for applications, it was launched on the 5th of November 2024, and 27 applicants were selected to submit a more detailed project proposal of the competition, which closed on the 24th of February. They have been submitted and will be evaluated in the month of April.